Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to yet another episode of the Diaspora Spotlight. Today, I'm very privileged to have someone from Kenya who went to the UK and has been back because of a very charitable cause. I will let her introduce herself. It's me, Maria Njoroge. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Wambui Njau, founder of Fanaka Foundation UK. I reside in the United Kingdom.
Okay, thank you very much. I want her to tell us why she is in Kenya and how her experience has been for the last 1 week.
So why am I in Kenya? I came here because, first of all, I've been raising funds for the blind. And we were able to raise enough funds to buy 2 Braille machines from Kenya, from United Kingdom, through my charity gala that I do every first Saturday of December. And I had to come here and do a handover of these 2 Braille machines to Kilimani Primary School that's got 35 blind students. And they've also got 28 deaf and blind students. So I was quite pleased we were able to deliver the 2 Braille machines through the funds that were raised. And in addition to that, Kenya Society for the Blind, who I partner with, we were also able to get enough Braille papers for the machines. Now, we're very close to the exams for the students, and it was just very timely because Kilimani Primary School has had Braille machines that were broken down. So the joy of them seeing what we've just managed to get for them to be able to do the exams, for these students to partake in the exams, was just such a thrill to see. The excitement from the teachers, the passion that the school has to make these students succeed. So we were thrilled, and I was accompanied by my trustee, Lisa Henderson, and also another member of very close supporter, Maria. And a very good day, a really good day. We had a wonderful time. We were also accompanied by Alex from Kenya Society for the Blind, who is the head of education in the disability sector for Kenya Society for the Blind. And I saw the passion of the teachers, meeting the transcribers, meeting the students themselves, and coming to say hello. And you know what the interesting thing is? Some of the students came to say thank you to us for the Braille machines, because they've been doing manual brailing to be able to work. And we're pleased with what we've been doing, and it gives us joy to say that we're giving back, just doing that little bit extra for what we can for the society, but also for the community at large here in Kenya.
Why the blind?
Why the blind? I met a lady in a London event where I was one of the women being awarded for my community cohesion work that I do. And I met a lady called Mercy Mogore. Mercy just won the award for the disability and increasing awareness of disability in Kenya. And she introduced me to a lady called Jennifer. Jennifer is blind. And through Jennifer, I just had a passion for supporting the blind. And that is where my passion grew. Because first and foremost, I knew nothing about disability in Kenya. Only to hear that there is over 10 million blind people in Kenya.
So you've said that your passion came from Jennifer. How old is Jennifer?
Jennifer is actually now 31, yes. It's really sad about Jennifer because we really supported her. She's so intelligent, so intelligent. She even ended up being an actor in a radio show doing a comedy. And she's also a community girl, a very strong Christian girl who plays a big part in the community. And she lives in almost heading towards Limuru. So at the moment, sadly, with all her talent, with all her skills, and when you speak to her, you can see she's an eloquent lady who just wants to succeed in life. But unfortunately, because of her diabetes that she got at a very young age, because she lost her mom and dad, and because diabetes was not controlled, hence me actually taking over Jennifer, she lost her eyesight. But now she's also got kidney failure, and that's all because of diabetes. So at the moment, all I can do is just supporting her financially for her upkeep, for the food she's eating, and also just for counseling as well. We talk a lot. Jennifer calls me mom, so she'll call me in the middle of the night. I will pick up the call. But even through her, she introduced me to so many other blind students and also people who she felt needed to raise their voice. During COVID, Jennifer really helped me to, although COVID has gone a long way, but through her, I saw her passion also for community. She would do anything to help anybody in the community that needed help in the blind society. Okay. So through her, we were able to raise funds and distribute food around during COVID to the blind. But now Jennifer we just pray. We just talk and talk and talk. And I say, have you had your dialysis today? Have you eaten well? That's all I can do right now for her. We have tried to get donors for her to be able to donate for her kidney. And please, 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 if anyone is listening to this, can you please try and get a donor for Jennifer? She needs a kidney transplant. She's one very, very intelligent lady. She brought this passion to me. Jennifer needs a kidney. We have tried in one place that we tried, unfortunately. I don't want to talk more about this particular clinic. It was not the ideal place because the ethics of how they were getting these kidneys was not ethical, so we stopped that. But I think what we need to do is try for anybody who would like to donate a kidney, please, for Jennifer. The passion for the blind for me will continue, but it would only have continued because of this young lady called Jennifer Mate.
Okay.
Let's help her.
Okay, thank you so much. So, you do have one event every year, the Gala event. Is that the only way you raise funds, or are there other contributions that you're making to raise money for the blind?
I raise funds for the blind through the charity gala. So every first Saturday of the month, and the next one this year will be on the 6th of December. Please come and join us. We raise funds. I think I'll be raising more funds for Kilimani Primary School. Okay. And it's not just because they've got these 35 blind students, it's because they also have deaf and blind. Okay. So now I'm liaising with Lucy, who is the head of the school, to see how we can facilitate the deaf and the blind as well to get more assistance. I can only take one area per year. Okay. I am just a very small part of this contribution to the society in Kenya. Mm-hmm. But I think it is important that mainstream schools take more blind students. Seeing how Kilimani has taken a mainstream school has taken all these students, it was just awesome. The environment is amazing. The teachers have a passion. We met 2 teachers that were teaching these 5-6-year-olds who are blind. Mm-hmm. And it was just really good to see the passion she has in it. One of the students was actually showing us how to write, do ABCD in Braille. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing. My trustee, Lisa, Maria, they were just amazed that, kumbe, there is a language. Yeah. There is a language for these guys. Let's embrace the language. Why would a mainstream school not even start teaching Braille? As a learning area, okay. Because there is a shortage of Braille teachers in Kenya. And that is the problem, is because there is a shortage of Braille teachers in Kenya, the problem that we have is that mainstream schools will not take the blind student because they don't have the teachers. They do not have the current. So if we can start by having more Braille being taught in schools, in colleges, just the way we do with sign language, then there is a market, then there is an opportunity for these blind students being born now to have an opportunity in a school that is next to them, rather than them having to walk miles and miles to go to a school for the blind. Okay. They don't need to be in a school for the blind.
So currently, as you're doing your charity organization and as you're doing your charity event, what kind of support are you receiving from Kenya, from maybe Kenyans in the diaspora or even Kenyans back home? How are they supporting your cause?
I can tell you not much. I can tell you, actually, I am one of the people who went to a school called Lavington Primary School in the 1970s. Okay. I'm in a group, and I'm going to say it now, Lavington Primary School, 74, they're going another 6 years, 7 years. We have these big groups of alumni. When you're joining a group of alumni, of people who are doing so well in their lives, and when you put a poster in there and say, guys, help me, you're in Kenya, help me raise funds for this primary school. And when nobody responds, you wonder how much a Kenyan in Kenya supporting such causes. Because I can tell you in diaspora, there are many people who are raising funds for charities here.
In Kenya?
In Kenya. I am one of them. I'm just me for the blind. But also I have my friend Veronica Carraro, who raises funds for Kevin Carraro Leukemia Trust. Her work is to do with donating, looking for bone marrow donors. She doesn't get it here in Kenya. She is now trying to get Kenyans involved here. The same way I'm trying to get the government here to listen to me. I've tried to get the Kenya High Commission in UK to help me, to come to my events to see my passion, and I'm not getting that. Why? Because the Kenyans here do not see the work that we are doing in the diaspora, but they do need to see we are doing a lot, and we are helping, and we are giving back. A little help, just even your appearance can make a big change. So I can tell you, I am not getting that much help from Kenya. Okay. My help comes from UK. And in fact, not even sometimes from the Kenyans themselves. I get, because where I live, I'm very far outside London. I get a lot of help from just good friends who have seen my passion and they help me. Kenya, embrace your diasporan philanthropists, because they are also giving back a lot. Support them. The Kenya High Commission, please support us in UK. Support us when we invite you for this event so you can see for yourself how much work we are doing.
If you were to speak to a government office today, what office would it be and what would you tell them in terms of supporting Fanaka?
I would like to speak to whoever is head of disability in Kenya. I think people like Maura, I would like to speak to him. I would love to speak to Crystal Asige. Crystal, I love the work that you do. I love the motion that you pass through the parliament. You are doing an amazing work for the disability. But you are just one voice. You are a senator. You're blind, but you are a senator. First and foremost, congratulations for the work that you do. But thank you to see the work that you do. Crystal Asige is doing some amazing work, and it's because of the passion, and she saw the people who supported her. If she did not have the support that she had, she would not have been where she is now. So she is fighting truly for the blind, and not just the blind. For her, it's the disability in Kenya. Crystal Asige, I am inviting you to Kenya, to United Kingdom, on the 6th of December. Please come and see the work that I do for the blind here in Kenya. We have just distributed 2 Braille machines to Kilimani Primary School. I distributed a V5, and I'm telling you, this is an embosser to Kenya Society for the Blind. They're using it for the trainers and the trainees at Kenya Society for the Blind. I have been distributing eyeglasses. People are donating to me eyeglasses, reading glasses, which I brought so many. In fact, the French now are involved. I had a whole French school that brought me a whole box of over 200 glasses to distribute to Kenya. So I have a passion, and it's just through this kind of support that you're getting an encouragement. Sometimes I get discouraged, but through the support that I get from well wishes, that I can grow and I can help, and who knows, a generation will be coming through Fanaka Foundation, and hopefully one day they will come to me and say, Wambui, thank you so much. Senator Crystal Asige, I love the work you do, and it will be really good to hear how your journey started and where you are now.
That's really interesting. Speaking to the Gen V in our timeline, we know that you engage with their content through various social media platforms, including Instagram and TikTok, and maybe on X. Maybe if we can tag her, Crystal Asige, through our media channels, this message could get to her. Please help me reach out to her and let her get back to Wambui of Fanaka Foundation so that she can be able to continue championing her cause. So even as we talk about the Fanaka Foundation and the charity gala that you're having, it's been 5 years.
Yeah.
Has it been easy?
It has been not easy. I can tell you I've gone to my pocket many times to get them the funds, because what people forget is when you're doing these charity galas, the ticket money you're paying, that is not the ticket money for you're giving back to me. The ticket that you're paying is actually for the food that you're going to eat, the hall that you're going to use, the entertainment you're going to have. So when we tell you we are charging you £95 for an event, already the hall is taking £80 of that money. So what we need is donors. We always wish for good donors to come to us. and just help us so that we can move forward and be able to have enough funds for the cause, but also enough funds for whatever project we are working on, to be able to get enough funds for that. Because like now, this Braille machine, although the gala was in December, I was not able to raise enough funds. I raised half of that fund on that day, but I needed another half to be able to buy the Braille machine. So if we can have enough sponsors, business can come to us. This is a charity, and even well-wishers, donors, monthly donors can come to us, and we'll be able to raise the funds, and we'll be able to reach the target. So I don't have to go through my pocket, because that's what I do.
That would be really nice. And I do hope that for the next event that you're planning, things do actually work out. How would you like Kenyans or even people to support you as you plan for that event? Are you still planning on doing an Mbosa or something different for Kilimani Primary?
I think Kilimani Primary School needs help. I didn't see sports equipment there. Now, you have to remember the blind, their sports equipment is very different. Okay. So I observed when they were outside in playing, I didn't see any balls. I didn't see any balls with they normally have the balls with a ring inside so they can follow the noise. I didn't see that. I didn't see an area where they could play, where the blind could play. So now I'm meeting Lucy, the head teacher, next week to see whether the next funds that we're going to raise is for them to get them a sports equipment or even a play area where they can be safe to during PE or during PE isn't it, physical exercises. They can have a place that they are comfortable and they're safe as well. So that will be the next mission. So I'm still going to go back to Kilimani Primary School and raise those funds to support them on the sports equipment for the children.
So if you're in Nairobi and you know Kilimani Primary School, it is a mainstream school, but they're having a lot of, they have blind students and students who are also deaf. It does not mean that they are any different from the mainstream learners. They just learn differently and they're able differently. Through Fanaka Foundation, they're able to actually assess education and be taught and have access to the same curriculum that the other mainstream learners are having. So if you're in Kilimani and you know Kilimani Primary School, you probably didn't know this about them, because I didn't know that they have a blind unit, but now that I know, it's something that I will definitely push and champion for more. So we have the governor of Nairobi County, Johnson Sakaja. I don't know if he's running any initiatives, but these are some of the things that people should champion and some of the things that people should take up so that every learner can actually be able to access education. And this year's course is physical education. Currently, in the Kenyan curriculum, even for mainstream learners, physical education is a core area. Among the 5 areas that they are learning, physical education is forming a really big part of it. So now that you've moved from classroom to outside, I think there's a really wholesome approach to it. Yeah. So if people were to support you this year, it would be towards the sports equipment. Yeah. If someone cannot give you money, what can they donate?
They can donate the sports equipment. We just take them to, we can take them to the link where they can order that equipment, and they can send it directly to Kilimani Primary School.
Instead of having to,
It's not about the money. I don't want the money. If you can give me the money to buy equipment, I'm quite happy to do that. But if I can tell you the account number to put for the funds and the equipment to be able to purchase them, I'm quite happy. As long as those funds are all going to that same project.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have an M-Pesa account as well that I can use. Unfortunately, I can't even remember my number, so that one I'll have to give it to you later.
Okay. Put it in the show notes.
Yeah. So there's an M-Pesa that they can use. I am working closely with Lucy. For me, I don't believe in giving cash. I never give cash for the cause. I just give the equipment.
How has Fanaka Foundation been received in the UK over the last 5 years?
Oh, honestly, when I started the charity gala, the first time, I was amazed by the number of people that came in. And then I thought, gosh, God, are you going to be able to do it? So I was encouraged by a few people to do it again. And I was thinking, my goodness me, I have support. Many have supported me. I've got a group that have been there all the time. They do not miss. In fact, if I was to cancel it, they'll say, Wambui, why? We will do it for you. So I've got very good support there. Yes, from both Kenyan community and also the British themselves. and also where the locality where I live in a beautiful little town called St. Albans in Hertfordshire County in UK. I get a lot of support even from within St. Albans where I live. But the support I've been receiving, I cannot deny that. And just to say thank you to them, because I would get at least 120 to 150 guests. I remember when I started, I had 150, then it went down and now it's coming up again, because when you have a passion and you keep talking about it, people see the need to support you. So I have been getting enough support.
That's really nice. In the UK, and I think that the Kenyan community in Kenya and both in the diaspora can actually embrace this cause in supporting people who are visually impaired. They're just able differently. There's something that you said that you once challenged people to walk blindfold. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this is what I do. And it's something I learned myself. So obviously, when you're supporting a cause, you need to understand the cause. You need to understand the challenges. So my first stop was Kenya Society for the Blind. And I met Solomon Bukala, who is the head of programs now there. And he told me, Wambui, you want to help the blind? This is what you need to do first. I need to blindfold you for a whole day and work with them for half a day. So that is what happened. So Solomon blindfolded me for half a day. And because of that, I have events. When there is events happening in UK, I use the opportunity to go to those 2 events, and I will just use the opportunity to tell them, walk a mile in my shoes. So I'll blindfold the people and I'll say, walk. See how it feels to be blind. Do you know by the time they get on the other side, somebody is crying like the way I cried at Kenya Society for the Blind, because you realize how important your eyes are, because your eyes make you judge. Your eyes are, you see, it goes to your brain, you judge. With a blind person, it doesn't work like that. The blind person, they have to touch you. They have to listen to your voice. They have to listen to your movement. So when I give people these challenges, blindfolding them, and then I tell them walk. And these are people who've been walking up and down in the same lane. And I'll tell them, now I'm going to blindfold you. Now walk. And they cannot even move a step. All of a sudden, there's potholes, there's water, and there's nothing there. But it is because of the way our eyes are so strong that they're so powerful in what we see and what we judge. And because of these challenges that I show people now, those are the people who are coming to support me, because now they can feel they have a bit of experience. So like now, in UK, we have all these events that come up. There is a Kenyan Cultural Day in Reading. There is another event. So we have a lot of events that happen. So I've taken 2 stalls. I've been given 2 stalls. SEC is one of them, Southeast Kenyan, Kenyans in the Southeast. They give me an area and I use that to blindfold people and make them walk. But also, I come with a ball. And this ball, they have, as I say, they have a ring inside. And I will get the children to play football, blindfolded. So their aim is to follow the noise of the ball. And this is what I do when I'm having on a cultural day event in UK. And through that, then I raise funds. I'll put my basket there, please raise some funds. Or this is the day we're having a gala, come and support me. Yeah.
So that's very interesting, because for someone who's able to see, I cannot imagine being blindfolded and able to do any chores, yet there's someone who's maybe a wife, a student, a mother, that is able to carry out all these activities on a single day. So this is a very noble and charitable cause that everyone should be passionate and take up. So you're going back to the UK?
I'm going back to the UK at the end of this week. So when I go back, obviously I've loved my Kenya, my country. I love my country so much. I'm also here because my poor dad, we are talking about visual impairment, but my dad is also going through age, he's also losing his vision. So the passion has even become personal to me. And now he even sees the work I do even more. He's like, hey, Wambui, me, I'm losing my eye. Now I can see what your passion are. I say that because I've never blindfolded you and then make you walk. But, so yeah, I came to see my family, but also I came because I needed to connect with the people that I've been supporting, and just to make them aware that I'm here and meet in person as well. But, you know, Kenya is home. Man, I love my country. I love Kenya so much. I love my country so much. And I come here twice a year. or sometimes 3 times a year, depending on what is happening. And my family is here. My mom and dad are here, so come to see them.
Okay, that's really nice. So as you go back, I do hope that your event is actually successful and you have the kind of support that you need. Previously, we've talked about one of the people that you support, Blessing. I know she and talk about her.
Faith Blessed, oh my Lord, oh my God. She's now 10 years old.
Yes.
Faith Blessed, remember I told you we produced music, 3 songs with her.
Yeah,
we are still very much in touch. I'm still supporting. That one actually has got a permanent sponsor through my foundation. Faith is a blessing. Her and her mom, they're still singing. But she's at Thika School for the Blind. So she's fine. Her mom obviously, as you know, is blind. The dad is blind. I need to go and see how the chickens are doing. So for those ones, we gave them chickens. We bought chicken. So the mom and dad have been raising chicken and selling eggs. So that is one of the places I need to go and visit them and see how they're getting on. This is a family of all are blind. The mother is blind, the father is blind, the mother is blind, the daughter is blind.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But they are still functioning because they've got support. But also, they're able. You just need to create an area where they can get that kind of support. So I need to go and see them. And
is that like the only family you're supporting in Kenya?
I've supported many. Oh my goodness, I've supported so many. Some are actually, they come via WhatsApp. Messages, please Wambui, can you help me? I've got this student, I've got this. So I do a lot of actually fees as well. People like, even, I can't mention their names, but even the blind who are, I feel like they're able, also they come to me for help. So there are many students that I'm supporting at the moment. But also on top of that, some of them, they're actually children who are just less privileged. So there's a lady that I've just finished educating up to Daystar University. From secondary, and she's just finished today, so university. I've got another one that I'll be taking over. So I can do what I can. But I can tell you, if a blind person approaches me and says, I need help, I will see what I can do. Either connect to them with somebody who can, but I also use some of my sponsors, say, do you mind taking this one on for me? So I rely on those kind of donors to just take on, please help me with this one, educate this one. So that is how I rock, and it works. It works. And the thing is, the people are there to support me. It is getting them to understand how it works. So I have to do all the groundwork, meeting them, speaking to them, showing them what I've done before. And then hopefully through that, I can say, please, can you check this girl? So that is how I've been getting some of them, help for them. There are many. What I don't like doing is mentioning names of people that you help. I don't think it's good. I also don't do photos of the people that I meet. I don't think, some people do it, but if I can raise my voice and say and talk to the diaspora like yourself, you can hear what I do. But the people who know me, they know the passion that I put into the work that I do. So, many are getting help. And like now, I've now got the French involved. I'm getting so many eyeglasses from the French, and they're coming from France. Boxes of them, they're coming. So now I need to look for a shipping company that we're able to be spending. We've got our elderly families here. They live in Geshagi. They live in the villages. All they need is reading glasses. If you've got reading glasses just sitting there, and I've got an optometrist who is going to help me check that they're the right prescription, give those to the elderly people. So now I'm also collecting glasses. And Kenya Study for the Blind, they've been Wambui, your glasses, they are going far. So many people are using them now. So it doesn't take much. It doesn't really take much to help anybody. A little giving is all you need to do.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing that. Wambui from Fanaka Foundation is a powerhouse on her own, and she needs support, and she does not work alone. She says that she works with Lisa, and she also works with Maria from Zimbabwe. These are her trustees and the people that have trusted her vision and trusted what she is doing. She's going back to the one person. Oh, you need to mention one person.
I need to mention Julius Rodriguez, Mwaura, Jennifer Mate herself, and Nancy Moshiri. And also I have Tila. Tila is based in Germany. She's visually impaired. Julius is based here. He actually uses a chair seat. He uses his push chair. So Julius is my director in media. He's the one who does all those posters that you guys see. He's the one I'll call in the middle of the night and tell him, Julius, we need a poster for tomorrow. He will do it. He's a great guy, very, very intelligent. And he's one of my number one supporters, actually. And he's my director for media. Tila is based in Germany. She is the one who helps me with looking for organizations that can help me in Europe. So all these people, Nancy Moshiri, she's there to support me and she'll market me. So I've got a team behind, and we call ourselves Fanaka Foundation family.
Fanaka Foundation family. I do hope that at some point I can become part of Fanaka Foundation. So as we bring this to a close, where is Fanaka going to be in the next 5 years? Because I have a feeling for the last 2 years we've been talking, we only talk about December 6th. But you're a visionary woman. That sounds poetic. Where will Fanaka be in 5 years? What's your vision or what's your goal so that people can know what they're supporting?
I think my vision is just to see all mainstream schools taking blind students here in Kenya. Every school that I travel, I want to see a blind student. And I want the environment catered for them. That is my vision. My second vision is to be able to have enough funds, Fanaka Foundation having enough funds for a center. Just where I live in Roiro. A center near Roiro where the blind can just come and use those braille machines. And a place where they can just meet and talk. And therapy. You have to remember as well, when you are disabled, there's a lot of mental health. I would like to be able to have a center where I can have people who can provide therapy. I've seen some of the people I've supported, like Martin Imbalambala. This is a football captain here in this country. We raised funds and he was able to get rehabilitation from Kenya Society for the Blind. We raised funds for him. But who helped him to deal without law?
Losing blindness.
So if I can be able to have a center where I can have people who are seeing and then became blind, a therapy, a place where they can come and feel they're at home and they can talk about their challenges and they can learn new skills. That is my vision in the next 5 years.
Okay, that's really wonderful. And I hope for the next 5 years, Kenyans here in Kenya and those in the diaspora can support Fanaka Foundation's cause to ensure that all learners in mainstream and those that are able differently can access education at the same level. So thank you very much for joining us today. Say goodbye to our viewers.
My viewers, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the support you have been sharing with. You know what? I would not have been able to do any of the work that I'm doing without your support. So for the bottom of my heart, from my trustees, we say thank you. Thank you to Diaspora, Kenya Diaspora Media for the support. You've been in this journey with me from day one when I invited you for my gala last year. And you have seen the end of and you have actually seen that the braille machines have been delivered. So thank you so much, Maria, and your team here for the support you have provided me. But most of all, thank you, Halima, for the hard work in putting this together and getting me being interviewed in Kenya. So thank you so much, and God bless you all. Please keep supporting me. Let's help more blind students.